Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. And that is a 16 by 20 inch canvas that I have added a layer of now dry black paint that was from Meeden, M-E-E-D-E-N, available on my Amazon link. These are my thumbnail sketches. I went through my Instagram and looked at photographs and other people's paintings, and I made a compilation into one composition that I kind of liked. And this is it, with some fields going down this way and a tree that I want to use my Amsterdam white and Floetrol from Australia cell activator to make branches, and that's my major focus. But I need a background. These are my little tools. I will attempt to leave the tool creation video underneath this video. If you don't see it, ask me. I made this. I'm not sure if that's going to get used or not, but it reminds me of a palette knife that's being used by a lot of people. So there's my little sun, there's my little horizon line. This is an indication of clouds or sky. I shouldn't go over here too much because that's where my tree foliage is going to be. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I am going to put my little card over there. Trying right side up would be good. And just start. I better put my break in. And I think what I'm going to do to begin is to give myself, I'm going to put some of this Australian Floetrol Amsterdam white out in a dish because I think I'm going to use it. And if this just turns out to be layer one or the starting place, that's really okay with me. So I'm going to use a little Anita's white metallic. Oh, I didn't, yeah, I could do yellow down there. And pull that Floetrol. Oh yeah, there's a good one for you. It's fully an inch long. And what else do I want up there? I want to make sure this down here is more yellow. I'm not sure why I did that so close to. Whoa, the top was not on, and I saved it. Yay! Oh, that was amazing. That was a total miracle. I felt it coming off in my hand. I didn't shake these because I didn't want whatever little nubbies usually clog up my tip to clog up my tip right now. So let's put a little more, because I'm kind of figuring I'm going to come back into this area and do some. I got to remember I didn't shake anything, but right now it's a background, so it doesn't matter. I'm looking for the pale blue, which is the Anita's white metallic with a little bit of blue in it. And I put it down right there where you knew where it was. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Alright, so let's just mess around. Let's take some of this white cell activator. Put it up here. And as long as I can get rid of the canvas look, it'll be a good start for me. And I don't mind the Anita's white metallic being the dominant thing that shows. And I don't really need a ton of cells, so I'm not worried about that. I'm also not going to worry about the edge yet, except for that part where it's dripped down already. I might want to put some more paint on there, now that I sort of have an idea of how it's going. The Anita's white metallic is inexpensive and it's just a great catalyst. Let's take any and all of that paint right off of that little tool, which usually, if it has enough paint on it, will do the edges really nicely. Both top and bottom. I know there's going to be a little bit of black coming through. And I don't know why I'm putting paint over here, except for I imagine I'm going to put foliage around it, and I'd like some little breaks in whatever colors I use for the foliage. And I can just go over a bunch of that depending on how dry or gloppy it gets. So I'm going to try, to do my sky and rhyme about it while I'm at it. And I have another yellow, and I want to use it, and I believe it's just, not only is it plug, it's a Hobby Lobby Masters Touch brand from a long time ago. Oh, the ants are back in my studio. Goody. I'd like that to open in one go. Maybe it will. I have smaller tools and I might be better off using them too. I'm going to throw a little bit of this hot orchid, excuse me for talking with my mouth full, in there. I'm going to grab a smaller tool for right now. Hope that it's going in the right direction. There's quite a bit of paint there, which is good because I want it to come up to meet the sky without turning green. That was part of my plan. This is a lot unnerving. This is not like anything I've ever done before, and I can't imagine even contemplating, can't even imagine getting this done in one. So don't expect that. Got a little more white, Amsterdam white. I don't mind if there's white. You do have to be cautious about these tools digging down to canvas. If there isn't a heavy enough layer of paint to swipe with, they're going to dig down. I'm a lot nervous. I'm like shaking. But fortunately that Amsterdam white cell activator, which is not activating very many cells right now, but I'm kind of using it in an off way. I have some over here. I kind of like how that pink looked, the hot orchid. And I'm pretty sure that that will sell. And I'm going to take this opportunity to put that sun in there. I don't think that matters. So this is definitely supposed to be somewhat surrealistic. And I'm liking that area that I have so far. I'm going to hit it really quickly. And I see bubbles in my sun. Then I'm going to come down and do some of my fields. Remembering to shake things first. That is some turquoise color shift from Folk Art. This is some cobalt blue, also from Artist Loft. No also involved. I just want some colors. Actually, let's just go for it. This is some dioxazine purple. Maybe I'll use that big tool. That could be kind of cool. This is a mountainous area or some fields back here. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for that tree trunk, but we're going to get there. I think. I don't promise. No promises. But I figure it's really hard to make small lines in the back and move to foreground with the tools that I have. I haven't figured that out yet. So you're right here with me while I... This is the Amethyst from Artist Loft. I'm going to throw some Prussian blue in. It's really dark, but it will combine nicely, I think, with other things. And this is all about laying down enough colors so that the tools will swipe through. I'm looking for something. I'm not sure what it is. There's some, there's some phthalo green from Arteza. I'm going to have to move away that way. I still need some colors in the back. And I kind of want to put them down now, but since this is something of a new process, I'm not going to worry about it yet. I'm going to put a little bit more of my green gold color shifting from Folk Art and try and find, I kind of want some black in there just because. Maybe that means I should try some of the black. No, I'll just stick with the purple for right now. I heard Carol's voice and I heard Karen's voice in the back of my head going, I don't like black. Hi, Karen. That is just some old turquoise that I don't think is made with anything that can be gotten anymore. I want something riotously weird in there. And up there. And I'm thinking I see some canvas, and that's probably not my preference. So let's stop and fix that. Oh, that's good. That we got a lot more cells out of that. So basically, anytime I see that there's a bunch of canvas showing through, I'm going to mess with it. Not that I couldn't go in tomorrow and lay something else over the top, because I think that's a doable thing. I love how that hot orchid bleeds and changes the color of everything around it. But you better be ready for that if you're going to buy some hot orchid. Let's fill in those little gaps. Okay, I'm nervous. I know I mentioned that several times now. I am going to throw some weird colors in there. Because I need to. Because it's my MO. Let's use a little bit of the electric blue. Come out. I have no idea if I could do this. You know what I didn't use? I didn't use any of my color shifting red. And I have, that little tool is just calling me. Come off. I have no patience right now. I just want it to be done within the time allowed, and I know that that's probably not happening. So a little bit of this. Doesn't seem right. And I know what I'm missing. I'm missing that same color from the sky. Alright, I'm thinking that maybe I should use a conventional or a more conventional swipe card like in... Let's try this one. Let's try it from the different orientation, which would be this way. Just going to keep filling right in. Scrape that off. A little down. Take the colors off my card. I don't really need black because there's black in the background and it'll be there if I let it show through. I'm going to take any residuals and put them on the bottom of my canvas right now. Trying to figure out how to put in those stripes that indicate perspective. And I may or may not. Let's start this way. Continue that way. I'm loving the colors, even if it doesn't look anything like anything real at all. Let's take all my residuals, put them down across the bottom. I still want to fill in here with something that's a lot more solid looking. I'm trying to figure out my orientation. And still cover my edges with some appropriate colors, which is happening pretty well actually. So there's that last little piece, and I think I'm going to grab my little tool and see if I can go back and do a few more of those. Let's just use those colors to fill in. That might have been the perfect tool all along. It does get stuck to the canvas because there isn't a humongous, copious amount of paint. If I start the little way, then I can turn it the bigger way. How much time do I have left? I have all the time in the world because I didn't set my timer. Okay, well, I'm going to figure that I'm getting close to my part 1 and done, but I'm not going to be done, so there's going to be a part 2. So we'll just move on, and hopefully, if somehow I lose you, then I'll come back and finish the tree in part 2. In the meantime, it's just going to be what it is. I'll go until the timer runs out. So I should tell you guys I do sell my artwork, and if you're interested in information regarding a purchase, go ahead and use the email address you find under the video. It may be right under the link tree. I don't mind this, but I want more cells. I can't really get all the cells I want without dragging down a canvas. But every time I do that, I unearth new colors. It's a surreal scape. What can I say? It is what it is. Let's grab a bunch of this. Amsterdam white, and just go to town. Doesn't seem to want to fill in very well for me, but I don't give up easily either. Thought about making a bunch more of these little tools, and I'm almost ready to do so. It's good to know which ones are that work well for you, because the wider ones tend to want to cling more to the paint on the canvas and create a suction. I tend to like the round and the oval ones. Oh, I just got rid of part of my tree area. Oh well, never mind. So, it occurs to me that my horizon line is kind of messed up. But that's okay, because I was going to put some more paint in there anyway. Let's just use what we've got though in the meantime. So good for that, and I'd love to check my timer, but I can't. But I do have paint, and I'm going to call it good, and I'm going to go on to part 2, no matter what time it is, and put my mountain in, and my tree, hopefully. And I don't think I'm going to be using that rectangular tool right again anytime quickly. Oh, and I've got paint I can put over my top. And you're still here, which is good. And I have no idea how much longer we're going to go at this, but this is going to be the end of part 1. And I'll be back in a minute. Bye for now. Priscilla out. Hey, give me a thumbs up for part 1, would you? And share if you want to, and watch longer. That doesn't work in this. My community board has tomorrow's video. Ask me questions if you want. My Amazon link is on the link tree. Everything's on the link tree. Check the link tree. And thank you for everything.